Hello, everyone. I'm Sebi K, and I'll be your caster today.
And I'm Parker the Slayer. Welcome, everyone.
Now, let's meet the 32 creators stepping into Kings of Chaos. First up, the Red faction. Leading Red are captains Ice Stream and From Cuba. Each captain will command an 8-player squad and help set the faction strategy in motion. Joining them today are Kasumi, L. Thomas GG, E.G. Mose, Simon Bolivar Gamer, Godric Gaming, Sade, Redo Wolf, Jesse963, Spider Slayer, Mobile Frenzy, Tipsy G, Pablo Akali, El Gato Michi, and IO7MX. That's your Red faction.
Now let's meet the Blue faction. Leading Blue are captains NetJ and Destro32. They'll each take charge of an 8-player squad and lead their side into the fight. Joining them are Proxy, Logic, Anno Rust Mobile, LeBay, Hesse, Christ is King 17, FK, Amar FC, Broken, Paleto Naranja, King G, Dark, Dedox, and Waladir. That's your Blue faction. 32 creators, 2 factions, 2 very different matches.
And there's one more thing to watch for. Some special creators joining us live at Gamescom will bring a mysterious influence to the competition. Exactly what that means will be revealed during the matches, so stay tuned. All right, let's take a look at the schedule for the next 3 days.
We've got 3 exciting match days coming up. For match 1, Helicopter Rush kicks things off on August 28th, followed by match 2, faction gunfight on August 29th. And finally, we'll have match 3, raid and defense on September 5th.
Next, let's take a look at what we've got coming up for match 1, Helicopter Rush.
We'll kick things off with creator introductions, then jump straight into match 1, Helicopter Rush, followed by the award ceremony to close out the day.
Now, before the mayhem starts, let's make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's the deal with Helicopter Rush. 2 creative factions are fighting to breach the enemy base, seize its helicopter, and deliver it to their own scoring zone. Match format, there's 32 creators competing across 2 factions. Each faction has 2 8-player squads with 1 captain leading each squad. All players start with standardized weapons, armor, and supplies. After respawning, players can rearm at their squad's shared equipment crate, and the match will last 40 minutes. And how to win? You got to breach the enemy base, seize the enemy helicopter, and deliver it to your faction's scoring zone. Each successful delivery earns 1 point. A new helicopter will then spawn at the base it was taken from. The faction with the most captures after 40 minutes wins, and if it's tied, total faction KD decides the match.
And these are going to be the captain mechanics. Faction rally. Each captain can use a faction rally once per match to add 2 equipment sets to their squad's shared equipment crate. It cannot be used during the final 3 minutes. And there's also a triple weight kills, where every captain kill counts as 3 kills towards the faction's total KD. This weighting only applies if the helicopter capture score is tied. In the prize breakdown, the 16 members of the winning faction each receive $500. The 8 members of the MVP squad each receives an additional $250, and the total match 1 prize pool, $10,000. Get kitted, seize the helicopter, and take the crown.
All right. And here we go. The match is officially underway.
And let's see what they got. This is going to be a very exciting matchup. We have what should be a very exciting game ahead of us for the Helicopter Rush. I am really looking forward to this here, Sebi.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to see what happens.
Right, like Rust Bubble's a very interesting game. I know that it's currently in its beta form here. I'm interested in knowing, right, with all of your Rust knowledge, what are your expectations going into this? Can we expect a really exciting match 1 here today?
I'll tell you what, I was pleasantly surprised. I downloaded the game myself. I logged in and it was very, very like the PC version. So this Helicopter Rush should be pretty similar. So I'm excited to see what the competitors throw at me.
All right, that's incredible. No, I too downloaded it for the very first time here just a couple days ago. I only have about like 4 hours logged on in, but I am really interested as a new player to Rust, going and seeing how the mechanics are going to go and play out. I'm interested in knowing what certain players' strategies are going to go and be. Like, I'm already looking at the red team. Ice Stream being the red team captain. I trust in that guy fully, being able to take charge of that team. Like, so far, all those players that you went and rattled off, I feel like red team has a very solid chance at potentially winning match 1 here today.
Well, there's a lot of new names to me there. The only name I recognize from the Rust world is Freedewolf, and he's got a lot of Rust experience. So his team might gain that advantage from his PC experience.
And you also mentioned that there's 3 different types of helicopter types, if I'm not mistaken, in Rust. Do you think you could explain that just very briefly to me?
Yes, the basic one is the minicopter, which it's the fastest one of them all. It's a 2-seater, and if you see some YouTube clips, you'll see some amazing pilots. So I'll be interested to see the mechanics of how it works on Rust Mobile, to how they fly. Then you got the chunky, you got the attack chopper, which you can actually shoot from with a gun in the front and fire rockets. Whether these will be in play, I don't know. And then you got the scrap helicopter. It can carry a whole team, like 8-10 players, with 2 pilots, well, 1 pilot flying it, and there's another seat in the front. And it's a bit more sluggish. So a lot of people will use the minicopter to, if they see it flying, they'll ram it out the sky.
That is incredible. And what should be funny about this whole thing here too is that right with Rust Mobile being in its beta form here, a lot of these players might be experiencing the game for the very first time, right? You were mentioning how you have 7 to 8 years of experience in Rust. A lot of these people are like going into this with only maybe a couple days at most inside of this game. So it will be interesting to see for beginner players really how they're going to experience Rust for the very first time, how that whole dynamic is going to be like, how they deal with certain gunfights in this match. It should make for a very interesting match one here.
To be honest, if they're mobile creators and they play a lot of mobile games, I think this is more your territory because obviously the mouse keyboard mechanics don't translate. So I'm not experienced with PvP on a phone at all. So with this format, I think because they're being given everything every time they spawn, they can literally just go shoot, die or survive and go on from there. I don't think they even need to worry about looting weapons. It's a capture the flag type game with helis, I believe.
Right. Which is also one of my favorite game modes too, right? I feel like with a capture the flag like mode, this is where having a good team captain, I think is actually going to be able to like make or break certain moments. Like you really do need some powerful leadership. You need your team captains to be able to be like, okay, guys, let's try to capture at this point. Should we go and rush a certain situation? Should we be more standoffish and hold our ground? So I think this type of mode in specific does really rely on the team captains, and we'll have to go and see whether or not they are able to take control of their team.
Yeah, well, will they be in a Discord call together? How are they going to communicate? Are they all in the same room? Like, this is definitely something that you need to have organization.
Sebi, that is a great question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer, but I'm assuming maybe just like, you know what? Maybe they're just going to go straight off the vibes of it. Maybe Icestream, the leader captain for the red faction here, maybe he'll just be like, right now, I'm assuming they have like a text chat that surely they will be able to go and communicate through here. Surely they'll be able to go and find a way.
No, I'm very intrigued. I'm excited to see what's going. And to be honest, I'm hoping that there's some inexperience in there because I'll love to see some last minute drama where somebody can't fly. They're needing to clutch that minicopter the last second and they just crash. Because I remember the first time I flew a minicopter, I'm not going to lie, I crashed a lot.
I'm expecting it. So if you are saying like, oh yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve behind like actually knowing how to do these things, I'm assuming we're going to find ourselves with a lot of failed moments here. 100%.
I like to think that on a mobile phone, it might be more forgiving than mouse keyboard, but I'm intrigued nonetheless.
Yeah, and I believe we should be starting the game here soon. Any moment now here too. Rust Mobile, for everyone that is interested in going and checking it out, is currently in the beta format. You guys can go and download it for yourself. Check out the game. Like what Sebi was saying earlier, very impressed with how the game actually performs here too. For being like a mobile creator and like playing countless other mobile games, this game is very, very, very awesome to go and play. It's super smooth, very well optimized for its beta format. It just gets me interested to see really how all of these competitors are going to be playing here for match one, and just like how they're able to handle like a lot of the mobile mechanics of this game.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, you can go to rustmobile.com and you can actually register to participate in round 3, as well as get your predictions done on these next 2 stages over today and tomorrow. So rustmobile.com, get yourself registered to play in the event and get your predictions in.
Right, and if I'm not mistaken too, I think people can also get like in-game rewards here as well, like being able to go and have some exclusive items. Like that's always a flex, being able to be like, oh yeah, this is a skin that I've gotten ever since the beta of this game. So you guys can go and take full advantage of all those exclusive rewards.
I tell you what, for those people watching right now that are familiar with Rust, you hate the fact that you've missed one of those free skin drops because they never get released again. And you want to say you're one of the first, and the game is brand new. This is your chance to do it. Get involved, get those skins, be able to say you were here first.
Right? It's a flex. It's actually a flex. But man, okay. What? We have 32 creators competing inside of this match or two. Even like that within itself is just such a that is so many people to be going up against each other here too. Like I don't know. Like honestly, if I was, and Sebi, you could also be honest with me here too. Who do you think, just based off, because I know you're also a little bit biased here with you knowing one of the rusted creators in the PC space here. If I was to go and say a dominant team, I think Red might be able to have that slight advantage, but I'm doing that primarily for Icestream. I know I keep on saying his name here, but him being a team captain, even for the Rust mobile content that he's went and created here so far, he specializes in guiding new players into the game, telling them what they have to go and do. And I just feel like with that like experience and knowledge that he has so far in this space, I feel like the red team is in very, very good hands here.
Yeah, I mean, experience counts for a lot, but I wouldn't put it past the other players to have had some PC experience or even console. So the experience will show very quickly when you see when they first get out there and how they perform and whether the captains have had those little team talks before.
So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to check everything out. It should be awesome.
I believe we're starting pretty soon, so I'm excited to see who will prevail. And you know what? I'm wearing blue today, so I was going to go with I was going to go with the red faction because of the Rust creator in there from the PC scene, but maybe I'll have to go with the blues today.
Oh, I love that. Love that little competition here. That should be awesome.
And there's a bit of red in your background shining through, so I think you're a secret red as well.
Right? I mean, I'll keep on glazing my man Icestream here. From Cuba, I will be honest here too, right? I know that there are like a lot of mobile creators here currently participating in this tournament. A lot of them from all different types of backgrounds, whether or not it is like FPS focused mobile titles and all of that type of content. But right, like Rust has a very interesting element of, right, there is like a little PvP that you go and do. There are these like game modes, just like the capture the flag game mode that we can go and expect here today with this helicopter rush. It will be interesting to see all of these players colliding and just seeing really how, whether or not they'll be able to mesh well together, if there will be that drama that you were mentioning earlier. It should make for a very interesting match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually some like mid-air gunfights, because what I failed to mention before is the minicopter itself. As I said, it's a two-person helicopter, but the one in front can actually wield his weapon. So whether they decide, if they see another minicopter being stolen from them, will they chase them down, or will they go for the banking? You know, so I mean, the different strategies you can go for. Will the two teams coordinate? Will one be defensive, one be offensive? You know, within the red and blue factions, I'll be interested to see.
It's funny too, because that's where it's like, okay, are these players experienced enough to know these techniques? Will they know, like, okay, this is how we should go and engage when we're in air? This is where a lot of those fails might come into play, just because they simply don't understand the mechanics of Rust to the full extent. As well as we do have to keep in mind that this match here too is going to be lasting for 40 minutes. It should be what I'm expecting to be 40 minutes of just pure chaos and right, just back and forth, trying to go and steal these helicopters. So many very interesting moments that I myself, as a very new Rust player, I feel like I'm going to be able to gain so much knowledge about this game within these next 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, for me, I'm intrigued to see, because I'm very keen to know about the tactics, because where the base is located, are the team instantly respawning? Because in Rust, if you die and you spawn off a sleeping bag or a bed, you get 5 minutes to respawn, or if it's a bed, it's half. But if you die, are you out the game for like the next 2 minutes or not? Or are you instantly respawning and are you able to defend? So I don't know what mechanics have been placed into play here. Can you place more than one sleeping bag? All these little things. I'll be able to tell you more once I see what's happening in game.
And also what's interesting too is that, and this should not be underestimated, right? Like they mentioned for the captain mechanics, every captain kill counts as 3 kills towards the faction's total KD, there could be a chance where by the end of the 40 minutes here, the helicopter capture score is tied, and it will rely solely on the KD of, I believe, the whole faction, if I'm not mistaken. So that will also be an interesting play to see whether or not people do kind of expect the tie to go and happen, and maybe they are more kill hungry. This is where I think you could weigh in on, like, should players really try to go after kills? Should they try to go and find that happy balance of getting kills while actively trying to go and capture the helicopter? Because I'll be honest, I don't know if this is going to be a difficult thing to go and do. Like, it is capturing a helicopter, right? That sounds easy, but maybe I'm just naive. I don't know.
Maybe it's hard. And to use a known reference, Quidditch, the golden snitch, right? It's like,
yes,
you can score as many goals as you like, which will be the kills, but if you bank that helicopter and then hold out, you're going to get the win, you know? So
right.
I think you have to go for the helicopters.
Right. Yeah, no, this will be, I am so excited. Like I said, as a very new Rust player, it'll be interesting to go and see. Like, I have very little experience with seeing even what, like, gunfights are going to be looking like in Rust. So I'm hoping really honestly to use a lot of the mechanics that people are using here for what we can expect here for match 1. And then right after the stream ends, I'm going to be hopping on Rust Mobile and then implementing those same mechanics for myself and hopefully becoming like one of the best players on the server here. I have a really strong feeling that if I do put the time in, if I just dedicate years and years into Rust Mobile, surely I can become one of the greatest Rust Mobile players of all time. And Sebi, I'm not mistaken, I think I've heard that you're also interested in dedicating years to Rust Mobile yourself and actually putting the time in.
I mean, I tell you what, the amount of times I've lost a raid from sleeping or something like that, and to have your phone next to you to be able to react, you know, a lot of people, they suffer from offline raids. You know, you can even defend your raid from the toilet. Like, you just take your phone with you.
Right, like, I'm assuming you could probably be able to have notifications on that could notify you, like, hey, your base is being raided, right? You have your phone right next to your bed there. You'll be able to hop on right away, like, one eye open while you're laying down in bed, like, defending your base. I love that as an idea there. That's awesome.
There is an application, actually, currently in PC Rust. You have to install the electrics in your base, but you'll get a raid notification if any explosive goes off within the vicinity, and you'll get a pop-up on your phone. So that's how people currently log on and do their raid defenses. But before that, you could just log in and find your base completely gone.
And that's why it's like just the aspect of Rust Mobile being in existence here in the first place, right? Like, because I know how serious like people do dedicate their life to playing Rust here, and just being able to have your phone always in your pocket. It's always pretty much on you. I don't know about you, but I always have my phone on me. So it's just like, yeah, if you can always kind of like dedicate time to just making sure that your base is secured, or if there is like a moment where you have some downtime, if you're on the train and you're like, hey, I got 30 minutes to go in to kill here, how about I just go and hop on Rust Mobile here? And whether or not it is like continuing to build upon your base, or if you're just like, hey, I'm just gonna go raid someone, or you're wanting to go and collect scrap, do all your usual normal Rust things, but on your mobile phone. It's just the idea of this game, but for Rust now being on mobile, it's incredible.
It's a lot easier. Like, you have to upkeep your base. I don't know if you're aware, like, to stop servers just being clogged up with people's bases and they leave and never come back, there's you have to basically pay a fee for the amount of building blocks you've done. So you have to maintain the upkeep of the base by going to farm metal, stone, whatever it is your base is made out of. So that's something you can now do on the go. Like, you have 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, like, bang, sort that out. Whereas loading up your PC to do that can be a bit of a like, do I have time to do that, you know?
Right, like, it's stationary. It's like, okay, so I'm currently out and about right now. Like, I'm not able to always be in a permanent setup. And right, if it is just a matter of like, okay, this activity is only going to take me 10 minutes to go and complete, yeah, just like whip out your phone, finish whatever you have to go and do, and then yeah, you're done.
Yeah, sneak an extra kill in, bank a gear set, do what it is you do. I mean, to be honest, it concerns me about camping, because Whether people like camping or not, that's another subject. But you can literally just put your phone there, wait for someone to go run that monument, and oh, I'm ready to go, and you can kill them. You know, I mean, a little bit sad, but these kind of tactics will come out now that people can actually take Rust on the go.
And I'm so excited. I am very excited to also go and check it out here right after match one. Guys, match one is going to be starting here momentarily. Once again, just for a little bit of a recap here, this is 32 creators competing across 2 factions. Each faction has 2 8-player squads with 1 captain leading squad. All players start with standardized weapons, armor, and supplies. After respawning, players can rearm at their squad's shared equipment crate. And once again, this match is lasting 40 minutes. I'm expecting pure chaos in those 40 minutes. I'm expecting some players to understand exactly what they're doing. I'm expecting other players to just have completely no idea what they're going and doing in game. But this is something that we love. We love this about Rust. This is what Rust is all about.
Yes. I was just looking at the rules there, and I was wondering about the. It says you got to breach the base. So I'm wondering if they're giving explosives to breach, and whether the bases get repaired afterwards, and they can just pile in every time the helicopter respawns.
Right, like this is going to be a learning process for the both of us as we're going and watching this, and you'll have to make sure that you like call that out, just because I don't really know what I'm going to be seeing visually. So you'll have to kind of hold my hand throughout that whole experience. But I think something that cannot be underestimated here too is that the match one prize pool is literally $10,000. That is a significant chunk of change. And right, it says the 16 members of the winning faction each receive $500. I mean, you have to think about this from a mobile gaming perspective. Right, there are different tiers of mobile gaming. You can play on a phone, you can play on a tablet. I'm assuming just based off a lot of these players that are currently going to be participating in today's match one, some of these players might be playing on a phone, and if they're able to go and win, $500 can go and upgrade their setup from a phone to a tablet. And then who knows, maybe from there they want to continue making content. Maybe it's for Rust Mobile. They can go and like kickstart a YouTube or Twitch streaming career. Like this could be a very big moment here for a lot of these mobile gamers. So right, this isn't just like random change that you find on the street here. This can go and be pretty significant for a lot of these players.
You make a very fair point. To be honest, I remember when I first started, and I go back and look at my old videos and the microphone I was using and all that kind of stuff. Like, you just go with it when you start. You don't know if people are going to like your content, and then wow, you suddenly find yourself in a tournament like this, and then as you said, that money can go to your studio mic or whatever it is you need to upgrade your system and really start making a difference in your content.
Right. Yeah, no, this will be, I'm very excited. Like, I'm assuming for a lot of these people, my guess once again is that they're playing on phone. And you even think about it from just like a hardware perspective, being able to go and play on a tablet, there is an actual difference. Like your game should be able to run smoother, even though Rust Mobile runs so perfectly on phone. Just being able to get that even better advantage on playing on a tablet for Rust Mobile, it would just be so incredible for a lot of people. But oh wow!
Oh, here we go. We're straight into the action.
A horse.
Oh, all right. Yes, look at this.
It's not us, is it? Oh fuck!
Oh, and it does seem like there is some communication going on here too.
On the roof, guys. On the
I think that there must be a Discord call, but it doesn't look like there's. No, there is team UI, so that means that somebody didn't know. So you see those green dots above the heads? That's your team.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah.
And actually, from what I can see here, on the top right, it's showing 8 people in that team. So they can't see the other members of their faction by the looks of it.
Hit that one on roof.
Down on the roof.
Gotcha. And it seems like that would be their base on the right side.
It looks like they are trying to get into this base here. Where the minicopter is stored, I don't know.
Oh, there's spawn camping.
Gotcha.
Oh no, that's EGA. You're good.
Yeah, this was one thing that we were trying to understand previously, was whether or not they would have communication, and it's awesome that they do.
Because there is no.
This player here is shooting boxes. I'm not too sure why he's doing that. I think maybe that's where they reload all their equipment from.
Two down, two down, two down.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there is HP loss happening when he's doing that.
Everyone, 2 kills.
Yeah,
two
I saw the
kills.
first box go down.
All dead, all dead, all dead, all dead, all dead.
Four dead, five dead.
So how many different types of guns are there in Rust?
Okay, man.
Oh, where do I begin? There are so many. They're all related to the type of. There's 3 workbenches in Rust: Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3, all with their own difficulties to acquire. And as you can see, this player here is roaming an AK-47, which is
Yo,
the top tier gun. Not the best gun in the game, but some people would argue differently. But yeah, you have something called a Nyoka, which you literally hit with a rock. And then you just hope it goes off first time, but it's capable of killing a full geared guy if you get it right.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
But it looks like they're all being geared up with AKs, which tends to be the default in these kind of events.
All the way to the top of the helicopter.
And I'm just wondering what they're doing if they're grabbing the minicopter here. I think his team have climbed onto the base and they're trying to breach into it.
Right, so Ryan, that's one thing that I'm also trying to actively understand. Like, so right, he's currently outside of, I believe this is their base, and he's just kind of like holding it down here with the AK-47 that you went and mentioned. Do you think they're like planning on implementing some type of strategy here? Do you think they're just going to be going based off of vibes? And what do you think they're currently cooking up right now?
I think this looks like if I had to guess, actually, like you made a fair point there, this is their base. I think they're defending the minicopter, the helicopter within this base. So this is like the one captain holding this base, and then the other part of the team have gone to probably attack the other person's base, the other faction's base.
Right, and these are, I'm
like
assuming some of the players like going and pushing. That has to be from the blue team. They just went and killed.
Yes, so I see people with a green dot, so they can see everyone in the UI. And these guys have gone off in the distance, as you can see, to probably push the enemy's base, while this player here is holding down this base.
Right.
And every now and then, I don't know if you saw.
I believe he just killed.
Guys on the base.
Right,
He's got better eyesight than me. I don't know. He's killing people before I even see them.
right. I'm just like, I think he got like 3 kills in a matter of like 5 seconds right there too. And it will be interesting to even know like what that respawn is going to be looking like. I think you went and mentioned it earlier. Like, will they be able to instantly respawn back on in, and they can continue to go and push here? Like always for a capture the flag game mode, this is where being able to go and have strategy, I think, is super important. Because it is like, should they all rush at the same time? Should they have like that balance of some people defending the base while other people going and pushing and trying to go and capture the flag? It would be interesting. I would love to know, Sebi, what would you do? Like if you were the team captain, what type of strategy would you implement?
I think it depends on the mood on the day, but generally, if I was to play sensibly, which a lot of my Rust content isn't, I like to take risks, but that's how you get the big plays. But I would leave one half of the faction to defend while you send the other to attack. And that does mean you're 8 on 16 potentially if the other faction are all there defending. So you just need to kind of like play it out for a little bit and see what the other faction decides to do. It looks like they're just running at them naked at the moment without gearing up.
Right, and is that like I wonder if that is a strategy that's going to pay off, because I'd have to imagine just like if they're going one by one, that doesn't really seem like a valuable strategy in my opinion. Maybe that is, but it just seems super easy for those types of players to just get picked off. And right, I think it's really blue team kind of needs to actually come up with a winning strategy here if they do actually want to succeed.
Because all I'm seeing right now is red team killing loads of players. So I want to see what the blue faction are currently up to right now.
Right, I would love to see blue faction's perspective, seeing if they're just all like holding it down, seeing if there are some comms going on where it is just like, okay, I need some of you guys to go out here. And also what's interesting is that like, should these players also be fighting? Like for the most part, we've seen just nothing but these players with no weapons going and pushing the red faction right now. Is that how things are supposed to go down? Like they're not supposed to be in direct PvP combat?
Do you want to get more points?
And running naked, I mean, I feel like sometimes you need to have a gun on you for a kill to count in the tournaments I've played in. So as I said, the mechanics, it's all dependent on the mechanics that are applied on Rust Mobile. But as you can see in here, he's entering his base and the doors are all wooden, which means they're very easy to break. So you could even shoot them down with bullets.
Yeah.
So they've made it
That's better.
relatively easy to breach into the base. So simple explosives will get them through quite quickly. But as you can see, the faction are just not getting close.
Right, and right, I'm assuming it's currently still 0-0. There hasn't been, from what we have seen here so far, any successful challenges at trying to go and capture the helicopter. He's currently looking down now. Sebi, oh wait, oh okay. It seems like maybe there was a little bit of a communication going on that they're going and using. Maybe finally implementing some strategy. But one thing that I do want to mention here too, there has been a shift from day to night. So do you think there's going to be any type of interesting strategies for players to go and implement now here with this change?
Well, if nighttime on mobile Rust is anything like PC Rust, it will be so dark you can't see anything that isn't within 5 meters in front of you. And there is something called night vision goggles within Rust. But it doesn't look like it's getting too much darker right now. But
Right.
it remains to be seen. Give it some time.
Yeah, right. I'd
But
have
I
to
saw him
imagine.
looking at that map there as well. And the map, you could see the monuments on the map. And I think I could see where the team were heading to the enemy's base. It'd be nice if we saw a perspective of the other faction and their base and what was going on.
Correct, because I'm really interested in seeing what they're going and cooking up. We haven't really had any of the blue faction going and pushing here. Like we saw one of the other random players here on the blue faction pushing just a couple minutes ago. But yeah, we haven't seen that much activity on their side. And what's interesting, what you went and mentioned, oh, it seems like one of the helicopters is going up, but that's going to be from their team. It will be interesting to see like if they do take advantage of this nighttime, because I could see maybe like a potential sneak attack going and happen.
Wait, another spawn.
Yeah, well, that looks like they're all piling into a scrap helicopter. That's the one that can carry the whole team. It's sluggish, it's slow, it eats fuel, and if you ram it with a minicopter, it will crash out the sky. So I'm interested. I would love to see the perspective from the helicopter right now.
Right, and I love that it seems like they're actually coming together with some strategy here, right? Like we had, I'm assuming that was like 2 or 3 players, like maybe loading up in the helicopter, or maybe they're just like trying to come up with concepts of an idea right now. I wonder really what they're planning on going and doing. How many players would you say are actively trying to go and capture the helicopter right now?
It looked like there were, I think, 5 or 6 went into that scrap and they headed towards the enemy base. Now they could deploy, if they have parachutes available to them, they could parachute out of that and launch an aerial attack, which would also be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be incredible to go and witness. But here we have so far just still red faction defending their base. There hasn't been any crazy blue faction strategies that have been engaged. It does seem like their defense here so far is incredible. So just keep in mind once again, if this, I don't know how far we've been into match 1 here so far, but if there are 0 captures on both the sides, it will end on the KD, the kill death ratio. So whatever team has the most amount of kills will be crowned the winner here for match 1.
So if the rest of the red faction are playing anything like this player here, the blue faction are in for a rough ride, because I'll be scared to play against this guy even on PC Rust with the reactions he's got right now. Like this is on mobile, and I mean, I don't know how good you are at mobile games, but this is impressive.
Right, like let's be honest here too. This is on a mobile device. This game looks absolutely beautiful. A lot of the mechanics, like you even went and mentioned earlier, very similar to Rust on PC. You have no idea how excited I am. After match 1 goes and concludes, I myself, oh, and it does seem like there might be a little bit of blue faction
They just didn't
pushing
bag each other,
over.
I'm not gonna lie.
He was spotted right by the rock up here.
I can tell you this is a poor tactic if this player's pushed on his own without anyone with him, because the half the red faction are defending right now.
Cover the.
So 1 versus 8 is just not going to work.
Yeah, that ratio is not good.
Yeah.
There
It
has
looks
to
like he
be.
can't find him. He did not get the kill. Oh no,
Yeah,
maybe that's the kill there.
Wait,
Is
wait.
that us?
Why? I think I did briefly see his body.
Hello guys, sorry.
And yeah, it was just once again just a singular person going and pushing on over. This is just where my inexperience with Rust might I don't know if I'm gonna say something that's correct, but I can't imagine just going one player pushing their base. That can't be a good strategy. Like they have to work as a team.
Wait, what do you
Yes,
mean?
and hopefully, I feel like the blue faction are currently under pressure from the reds, and they're defending their own base right now, and maybe they're struggling to get out.
We need to have a
Ooh.
ceasefire for them to.
Oh, there's another kill right there.
And okay,
I have
what,
not seen.
what,
I've not
what's-
seen him take any damage.
Go back to the base and
like what's crazy is that like I could barely even see that person, so it's like I feel like
I will talk to
during the
them, but they
nighttime
should
here
come.
too, like these players should be taking more advantage over this amazing opportunity that they have. Like the nighttime is on their side. They can be so much more stealthier, but it just doesn't really seem like there's that much movement. There was some down players here on the red faction team, but we're not really able to go and see much
just
of the
wanted to
action.
comment on that down play. I don't know if you saw him. He was dressed in an egg costume.
Bro, they
I don't know if you
destroy
saw
the
that.
Momentum, bro.
I did
That's
not
it.
see that, but that's incredible. I love that.
The momentum,
So that egg
bro.
costume has no benefit in terms of armor, but it's completely for memeing, and you can actually draw and write anything you want.
Yeah, you guys
So-
That is awesome.
So that I'm impressed. That's a skin. So the level of detail they put into Rust Mobile to be able to throw in skins like that is insane. So I'm
Yep,
impressed.
maybe he's just here strictly for the vibes. Maybe that's all he wants to go and do. Maybe he just wants to be like an egg like that and just roam around. Like that could be a valid strategy here.
Yeah.
Their base looks different compared to ours. I think.
This flicking is insane. It's like
The layout same,
Oh,
that's it.
so yeah.
Right, he's getting 60 FPS. I want to say that he is currently playing on a mobile phone here too. He's not even playing on a tablet, and already like the game is running incredibly smooth here too.
I'm sorry.
We'll go back to the gameplay here as well, but it's just like having
anything moving, bro. That's what I do.
this
I'm
many
sorry.
people outside of the base, like maybe they are playing more for just like wanting to secure kills. Maybe the red faction technique is just we're not going to play capture the flag, and we're just going to take full advantage of getting a whole lot of kills, making sure that we can lock that down, and just winning based off that stat line alone.
yeah. I keep changing my mind. I think
Chaos, man.
we saw that scrap helicopter fly off. We haven't seen it come back. Now, what happens if they actually lose that fight? Can the blue faction bank that scrap helicopter and make it one of theirs and gain it as a point?
Basically,
They used it for
we're trying to have a
transport.
ceasefire with both sides for the blue faction.
Yeah, right. We haven't seen
Because
any
things are not
significant.
equal.
I guess we did at the very beginning of this match. That was when we saw like three. Oh, is that a enemy helicopter? Oh,
Basically,
No, don't do that, man.
seems like there was something in the sky there.
I heard over the comms there was a ceasefire between both teams or something. I don't know if I heard that correctly.
I will get back to you guys on this.
I don't know. I'm assuming if there is some sort of a ceasefire going on, my guess is that the clock continues to tick. We only have 40 minutes. I don't know how deep we are here so far inside of this match. Oh,
Somebody shooting.
some
Somebody
action. Seems like they're.
Shoot.
Somebody shooting, bro.
Bro, we have the momentum, bro. Ice cream killing machine right now, but we are getting stopped.
It sounds like
Oh,
they're
I love
happy
it.
here.
Yes.
The red faction sound like they're celebrating and they have complete control of the situation.
Yes, I love that, right? And now it's daytime. Look at this. I mean, hey, once again, I feel like there was a great opportunity during the nighttime for Blue to go and make an incredible push. Like, imagine if it was just a
Oh, they're taking fire. I don't know where that came from, but he is taking cover.
I gave you the sniper. I have sniper. Come. I give you.
They said this fire, why?
So right now, this player here, he's using a bandage, which is really slow healing. He has med packs, which he's just initiated, which will take your health to full health.
And they were in like really good spirits here, but now it's like, wow, their strategy of dropping guns.
Okay. What I'm
Ooh,
gonna
I think
drop
they're
for you,
banking
just
guns.
Pick it up.
I think they're just that's the L96 sniper rifle right now. It's the best one in the game. Really accurate with less drop. And you see the player on the right there.
Yes,
on the right
yes,
there.
yes.
The blue team to tell you to stop.
Oh, incredible shot.
He's not taking him down. I felt like he was a
Do we-
sitting duck there.
Do we
Right.
do we need
Right. There was like 5 seconds of
Okay,
him
no,
just
see,
standing
no, see,
completely
see,
still.
see,
He has
see,
the
Yeah.
best weapon possible for this situation. Now, a question that I have as a new Rust Mobile player, is it like a one-shot headshot? Are you capable of doing that here with this sniper?
You most definitely are. And this sniper rifle, with most armor sets, it will kill with one shot. Also, it depends on what they're wearing on their head. The armor has different defense stats for the depending on what body part you're wearing it on and what you're wearing on that body part. But for most parts, and from what that player was wearing, he was not even wearing a helmet. He was just wearing a bandana around his face. That would kill him if he got the headshot instantly, if not a body shot. He was in pretty prim gear.
And it does seem like one of the teammates currently
we
just
should all
got
go back to our
rezzed. It
base.
seems like they are getting into a little bit of a battle here. Maybe with that same person behind the rock. I'm not
No, I'm just
that familiar, but man, it does seem like there's finally some action happening inside of match 1 here too. What do you think he's doing inside the base right now?
I don't know, but he's peeking like it's not his base, which is really confusing because he's opening the
because, yeah, I
door.
remember
Maybe we
this,
missed something at the
Wait,
beginning
I'm
of
going.
play. I'm not sure.
Yeah, wow. Could this potentially be the end here of match 1?
Looks like we have a game pause for 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe that was
was
the ceasefire they were mentioning.
correct. Man, that was very, very, very interesting. Like, I'm just trying to go and think. Maybe I'm just thinking about this because I'm just so naive. It's just my inexperience in Rust Mobile, but it does really seem like the blue faction, these guys, dare I say, they need to kind of like start ramping it up. The red faction's vibes were kind of immaculate. Like, dare I say, they were in high spirits. They were going and giving each other weapons. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think I even overheard like, oh, hey, give me the sniper. And that was from the POV that we went and saw there. He picked up the sniper. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't able to go and secure the kill, but still, like, it seemed like they have a great communication. This is for the red faction. It seems like they do at least have some strategy, while like the blue faction, it just seems like they're very disorganized.
Yes, it would be amazing if we could see a different point of view to see what was going on at their base. But right now, the morale was high with the red faction. They were, as you heard, celebrating. And you know you're doing well if somebody's coming and dropping you 3 AKs and an L96. Like, that's
Right.
banking loot, you know? And it looks like this player that we're watching is probably the MVP, and all the weapons are probably safest with him. He seems to know what he's doing the most.
And it goes back to what you just said. Who knows? Maybe blue faction, maybe if we do change perspectives and check them out, maybe they are like using great communication. Maybe they are getting a whole lot of kills right now. It goes also back to the team captain. If one kill, like, right, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is 1 kill equals 3 kills if the team captain is getting the kills. So maybe if they are like racking up a whole lot of kills right now, that could go and sway just for the total kills if this does end up being a 0-0 match here.
And if that's the case, you'd want the team captain on the front line, right? Because you're going to get them potentially the most kills there when if you're attacking the enemy base, because that's where they respawn. So, yeah.
Right. And I'm curious in knowing like how many players are actively trying to go for the red faction side. How many of them are continuing to go and push? It just comes down once again to a matter of it would be interesting to go and see all these different perspectives of how these players are playing, if they are just both playing super reserved. What would you say that's currently the technique that these players are currently doing? They're playing more reserved, not being as aggressive.
It looked to me from what I saw.
that's what it really does look like. They're just playing more reserved.
Yeah. The red faction looked like they were playing very disciplined. I don't want to call it reserved because that's not fair. I think it's just well organized and disciplined gameplay. They're holding back. They're protecting their fortress while the other half of their faction go and do the carnage that they're doing. But it looks like that when they rekit, they're not necessarily rekitting with the same gear, because you see people wearing all sorts of different types of armor. There was a guy in a tank top. Like, that is just something you find off the roads in Rust, you know? That's not going to protect you from anything. So maybe they're all timed from their main base and they're respawning in different parts of the map and they're just making their way to the battle, which is why you're seeing nakeds get killed.
And what's funny is that maybe this is where that inexperience goes into play, like what we were talking about earlier, where maybe these players don't know better. Maybe it is their first time playing Rust, and maybe they're thinking, hey, this tank top will give me more armor, while it's like, no. I like
to think that he's not thinking that's going to protect him, because no one's going to whack on a tank top to go, right, I'm going to go take down somebody with an AK.
Now, what weapon would you say? Because we saw some of that AK-47 usage, that sniper usage. What do you think would be the best weapon? And I guess it kind of depends on the situation here, but like with the sniper potentially, right, being able to go and see people from a farther distance there, that seems like a really useful weapon. But out of all the guns, what do you think would be the best gun for these players to go and do?
Well, the best gun is, to be honest, a different gun in a different person's hands can mean a lot. But I'll be using the L96 on the offensive. It looks like there's a mountain in the middle. I'd be perched up on there, asking a few teammates to hold me down as the captain and just try and get those 3-point kills, you know, and play the sensible game and let your team run distractions and so on and so forth and just keep you protected.
And also, awesome. All right. Now it does seem like we will be coming back here momentarily. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. There was a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're back from match 1. Helicopter Rush. Just for a little bit of a rundown, this is 32 creators competing against 2 factions. Each faction has 2 8-player squads with 1 captain leading each squad. All players start with standardized weapon, armor, and supplies. After respawning, players can rearm after squads shared equipment crate, and the match lasts 40 minutes. We did once again have to take a little bit of a break, but I'm assuming we are going to be getting right back into the action here.
Yeah, I believe the technical difficulties have been resolved and we're about to jump back in. Remember, they need to capture the helicopters, and if the game is tied afterwards, the captain's kills count as triple. So it'd be based off the KD with captain's kills counting as triple.
Right, and
they're all playing for. Sorry.
Yes. No, they're all playing for $10,000. That is so much money that's on the line. We were talking about it earlier. That's a lot of money for people that could potentially be wanting to upgrade their equipment, right? Wanting to, like you mentioned, getting a new microphone, getting like a nice little streaming setup for themselves here. This is some serious cash money that's on the line. And right, I believe it was before we had to go on a little bit of a break here. It did seem like the red faction was just dominating with the kills, like seeing only their POV. Like, who knows? Maybe, and we were talking about this during the break here as well. Like, maybe the blue faction was cooking up something on their side that we weren't able to go and see. So maybe, who knows? Maybe this time around we'll be able to go and see the blue faction POV. But I don't really know where things are going to be set right now for match 1. It should be interesting.
I sure hope so, because if the Blues don't find something, those Reds were celebrating like they'd won the game. And don't forget, guys, if you go to rustmobile.com, you can register to participate in the 3rd stage of this tournament on the 5th of September. And don't forget to get your predictions in it. And if it'll allow you, maybe predict Reds, because you can get free skins and in-game items if you do this. One chance, be one of the first to get these skins in this new game.
They were the red faction. They were celebrating like it really was just pure domination. If that's the thing where you're still able to go and predict right now, I mean, I think I even went and called it earlier here too, like just for how the red faction is set up. The team leader that you have here for this squad, Ice Stream and From Cuba YT. I'm a little bit inexperienced with From Cuba YT, but I have mentioned this man so much. Ice Stream. This man is such a talented mobile gamer, and maybe he is the reason for the red team's success here. Maybe he is the one given the shots of like, okay, maybe we need this many people defending the base. This many people are going to be going on the attacking side here. Maybe they're cooking up all these ideas that we're not really able to go and see because we have only been on one single player this whole entire time. But maybe there are like legit strategies being used that we're just not super familiar with. But if I was you guys currently watching this stream right now, I mean, being able to go and have a prediction on red, I could see that actually paying out.
I'd bank it right now, because if you get 3 correct predictions, you're going to get the camo Python revolver as well. Like I said earlier, there are some people in Rust that have been around since the start of all the skin drops on Twitch and all that, but they missed out on the very first ones. And it's the Hobo Barrel that some of the creators, the very first one, they missed out on, and they can't get it. And they begged the devs, and the devs said no. So you want it linked to your account. Go and get those predictions in.
Yeah, you have no idea how much I love that too, because like, guys, for everyone currently watching right now, this is not something that's going to be an instant payoff. Years and years from now, when you're still playing Rust Mobile, you're going to be looking at your account with these exclusive in-game rewards, and then you'll be able to go and bust out this like random, exclusive skin. But we're finally back into match
in the
one
action
here. Yes, we are.
And
incredible.
Is it Garib? Yeah, Garib.
And it looks like
Drop the sniper.
It looks like we are still going to be on the red faction perspective here. Maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
We are.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, red faction. I don't know if you can see, they're wearing heavy armor. That armor makes them move very slow, but it tanks a lot of bullets. But they're on their heads, they're only wearing bandanas, and that makes them open to easy headshot kills. I don't know if this is a deliberate tactic or not, or they're forced to wear this on their head, but we'll find out. But they're definitely ready to tank some bullets on the body.
Right, and it seems like they're all starting in the same spot here too. Oh, and then there's, oh yeah.
No, you just need tack gloves or laser.
It does seem like there is a little bit of more like organizing going on here. Maybe they're going to be implementing some strategy sometime soon. I believe the match is going to begin here momentarily.
It looks like they're having a reset. I don't know at what point we're starting in and what the score is.
Are you sleeping, DP?
Correct.
They're definitely waiting on something, and they were gearing each other up. They were passing around guns.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting until this event ends. I'm so excited to watch the replay of the stream.
Yeah.
Can we crash our helis?
Yeah, we'll have to see if they are currently cooking up some strategy. Maybe it's like right now they're just determining, hey guys, should we just like do one big massive push? It seems like players are still joining the server.
I was gonna say it
Yeah, maybe they're having a rejoin.
Our team is leaving.
What's complaining now?
Yeah, now they want to continue.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It seems like there is still currently a setup happening for this match one. Seems like they're still trying to go and get all the players inside of the server here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the helicopter rush. It's very similar to a capture the flag like game mode. And I believe that this is just each team starting at their base, getting set up. They should be starting here momentarily.
Oh, somebody just died. F1, maybe they're respawning.
Right? That's what it looks like. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, somebody else is down. Why is he down? Are they getting shot? There's another guy in a tank top. He looks like he's ready to make some plays. He's wearing heavy armor on the face, a metal face mask.
it does seem like there's also another player that is down. Oh, that is a rock. And now he is
They're
hitting
attacking each other. Why?
Now, Sebi, would you say that this is difficulties here? But it seems like he's going to be rejoining back into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now back. We're going to have to go and bear with us here momentarily. There's just still some technical issues. These things do go and happen. But still, I am so excited to go and see what happens. I'm a little bit curious here on whether or not there is going to be a little bit of a reset going on. Like, who knows if maybe we are going to be getting a complete reset. Maybe this match will go on for another 40 minutes, or if they're going to go and restructure how match one is going to be played. It'll be interesting to go and find that out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to know what the score is currently as well. I saw one helicopter fly off. Whether it was a banking or an attacking one, I'm not so sure. But I look forward to seeing the results afterwards.
Right, my guess is that we'll have to give it here a couple minutes. Just being able to go and have a match like this, where it is like 32 other creators, it's you're of course gonna go and run to some issues here, but just this many mobile gamers competing in one game, man, it still just looked like the red faction. If they continue to do what they were doing before, like how set up, how structured they were, I'm still willing to go and have all my prediction energy on the red faction.
Yeah, I mean, from what we saw, the celebrations, the guns they were handing off to each other, I'm concerned that they might have restarted and they're starting fresh and maybe they've lost a few guns, but we'll see what the technical difficulties were when we get back into it.
And right, like I wonder what the other creators are feeling like right now, right? Like we've had some, right? This has been about like 30 minutes of just some issues. Like maybe a lot of these players were going into this fully ready, fully prepared. They're ready to go and win. I wonder if, in a way, like maybe this is going to go and ice certain players. Like maybe, for example, the red team, maybe like they had a lot of momentum going on in, but with this 30-minute break that we went and had, maybe they've cooled down here a little bit, and who knows, maybe the blue faction might be able to go and cook up something nice.
Maybe complacency is going to set in, exactly, and the blue have had time to regroup, come up with a new tactic because they know what the red tactic is, and the reds might not expect it because they think the match is won.
You know what? No joke. I would love it to see the blue team. Just like imagine if we come back into match 1 here. Blue team is like super structured. It's not just their old strategy of like, oh yeah, we'll have one straggler going off and like one guy with no armor on, like going and pushing. Imagine and how cinema this would be. Just blue team, like multiple.
I want to see. I need to see the Yoki kill in a tank top now. Now we mentioned it. I want to see the guy in the white vest run up to some geared guy with the worst gun of the game, banging on the top with his rock and get the 1 kill.
I am manifesting that type of energy. Like at this point, I almost want to now change my prediction. I want to be all in on Team Blue, and just I'm hoping with sending that energy out there that we can expect some type of insane turnaround. I would love that so much.
Yeah, it all comes down to whether that MVP we were watching, if he can keep it up, or if he's got complacent and bored, or if they get the kill on him and he can't regroup.
Right.
Re-kit.
Right. And once again, it's just with so much money on the line here too, just a lot of these players are going to be taking this pretty seriously here too. Like I know I keep on going back to it, but the prize pool just for match 1, $10,000. Man, there is so much I would go and do with that type of money. Like being able to go and have that just for a pure like mobile gaming setup. Oh yeah, 100%. I would be upgrading my phone to be able to go and play Rust Mobile in a cleaner format. That would be so incredible.
I mean, half of the winning faction would get $750. That's insane.
That
For a
is
40-minute game.
Yeah, right. For only 40 minutes of work. Right, work as in just playing Rust Mobile, one of the greatest mobile games. It is the greatest mobile game of all time. I mean, this is such an incredible opportunity. I would highly, highly, highly recommend everyone currently watching right now to download Rust Mobile, get those exclusive rewards like what we were talking about earlier. What I don't know if you can remember it off the top of your head, but there was like a Python skin. Like automatically, I'm just like picturing myself in 2035 continuing to play Rust Mobile, busting out that skin and being like, oh yeah, guys, I was one of the OGs inside of this game here.
To be honest, there are so many skins on the PC version of Rust that people have. The frog boots are famous within Rust. Frog boots. It sounds silly. It's just iconic piece of iconic skin that you only got if you played the Legacy Rust, and you have to be first. And now this is your chance to be first within the game of Rust. Rust Mobile. Get it downloaded and get on rustmobile.com. Sign up for the round 3. Prove you're better than these guys if you can, and get your predictions in to see if you can win those skins. You have to get 3 right to get that Python though. But we'll give you a little hint if you can still get it in. Reds are doing well right now.
Right, and we were already going and seeing it. Like what we were curious going into match 1 here was how good these players were going to be with like the mobile mechanics. Because right, like a lot of these people already being established mobile content creators and just gamers, they already have like a lot of these mechanics down pat, and how that would go and transfer on over to Rust. It was kind of curious on like whether or not their performance was going to be good or bad, but you even went and mentioned it during like one of the flicks that the primary player that we were going and watching throughout the entirety of match 1. It seemed like that guy already had a lot of the mechanics down pat, which was awesome, right? Even just like the weapon transfers that they were doing back and forth to each other. It seems like so far a lot of these players have the majority of these mechanics already down pat, And this is only just for the beta version of this game. Like, these guys are already doing such a great job at, I wouldn't say mastering the game, but they're already doing a good job at like understanding how to play this game at a high level. And it just makes me curious in knowing, like, upon the global release for this game, how these types of players are going to be moving. And it's just being able to keep an eye out on these players and just kind of like, if you do want to commit more time into Rust Mobile, what you guys should be doing at home is like paying attention to these people, following their social medias, understanding like, okay, if I want to be a good Rust player, I should go and mimic exactly what these players are going and doing. I know that for the Red Faction team, iStream, once again, he already has a great video going over the beginnings of Rust Mobile, kind of introducing players on how to even go and play the game, and just like explaining a lot of the fundamentals, which, at least for a player like myself, very inexperienced to Rust Mobile, but I am curious in knowing more about the game. These are the types of players that you should really continue to follow, understand, mimic their gameplay, especially if they are playing at these high levels here.
This is the great thing about Rust. You don't have to, there's so many different types of play style. Like PvP is just one part of it. And yes, you can be good at shooting and you'll get lots of gear and guns, but there's so many ways to play Rust. You can role play. The amount of things in the Rust that you can do: farming, crops, you can fish, you can do all these types of things whilst having the PvP side of it too. But to take down that enemy, you don't have to be the best at shooting. So myself, I like to eco raid. I'm intrigued to see if I can eco raid within Rust Mobile, and maybe there'll be a video coming soon on that. I'm very keen to take my spear and go find those bases with all the wrong way around walls, and with all the new players coming to the game, I'm sure I'll find a few.
Oh man, I would love to go and see that. And right, like, it gets me excited just for the future of Rust Mobile and just the types of content, because this game, Rust, right, it came out in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. So this game is already a super old game out there, and just now finally being able to go and have a mobile version. Like, Sebi, I don't know if you know this, but there is like a massive mobile audience out there that it's just, they were waiting for this moment to go and happen. They were waiting for Rust to finally come to mobile. So it will be interesting to see like whether or not there is that PC audience that kind of goes into the thing what we were talking about earlier, where, right, with playing on PC, you have to stay in one area. It's not like you can always bring Rust with you no matter where you are. If you're on the train, if you're in the back of a taxi, an Uber, right, you're very restrictive with what you're able to go and do. But with Rust finally being able to be on mobile here, with a lot of the already experienced and established players that know everything about Rust on the PC side of things, how that's going to go and translate on over to them going and playing on mobile. Like, it's going to be a great clash between like players that are already experienced in the game, because the game has been out now for so long, and just the massive mobile audience also like playing the game. So it will be an interesting clash of all those communities together.
I believe more people in the world have mobile phones than they do a computer or an Xbox, PlayStation. So I think we'll see a lot of new players coming to the game, and the people that transfer over from Rust, not transfer, maybe they do both because they want to play on the go. They might find it humbling, because there's no way my mouse keyboard skills are going to compete with that guy I was watching on the Red Faction who was flicking like he had been playing the game for years. Like, that is some mobile player skill if I ever saw it.
Right, and that is 100% a factor here too. Like, it is, right? So I previously, before playing mobile games, and also we did just have this, the match is still ongoing. Please stay tuned for the final result. Today's stream will end here momentarily, but I do want to go and say here too, right? There is a massive difference between playing on PC versus playing on mobile. You are 100% correct on that. So it'll be interesting to see.
They did recently bring out Rust Console, and that is an alternative for the people that don't have PC, because a lot of people growing up, you get given a console, don't you? But you don't get given a PC, because PC is a bit more, it's still it's more of a luxury item, I'd say, and consoles were quite accessible. So Rust Mobile, as I said, everyone now in the modern day, they get a phone. So I think you'll be seeing a lot of people giving it a go. And even myself, like I downloaded it, I enjoyed it, and I'm going to make myself a base and I'm going to see how long I can last. And you know what, Parker, maybe I'll invite you to come and see a few things, you know?
Yes, I would love. I mean, Sebi, with all the experience that you have in this game, I would love to go and play with the player that is at a super high level, because like you were already mentioning during the commentary of match 1, like, oh yeah, they're doing this, they're doing that right now, like things that I wouldn't be able to go and clock because I'm very inexperienced with this game. And I do appreciate you calling stuff like that out, because right, there's probably a lot of other people currently watching this stream right now that don't understand all of the mechanics that Rust has to go and offer. And you being the expert in this field, it just makes things so much easier as someone that might not get the full extent of everything going on. So it's incredible, and it's so awesome because, right, like I'm very knowledgeable in the mobile space, and you're probably not as knowledgeable as I am, but you're very knowledgeable at Rust and all of those mechanics. So it's an awesome dynamic that we have going on here.
It could be a good trade-off. You could be the PvP player, and I could be the brains behind it, telling us what we need to do and how we need to achieve it. And then bang, we're gonna win.
Incredible. I would
Just as
love
long,
it.
Parker. Do you close doors?
I know how to open and close the door, I feel like.
Yeah, but as in, like a lot of people in Rust, one of the biggest mistakes is they forget to close doors behind them, and you open that front door and someone's waiting there with a double barrel shotgun. You get the bullets in your face, they run straight in and take over your whole base. That happens far too many times to new players.
But you know what, Sebi, I think that is where we're going to be ending everything here today. Is there anything that you would like to go and say?
It's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed watching that helicopter rush. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings, and let's see the results.
Yeah, guys, I just want to also say thank you everyone so much for watching. This has been a really incredible match 1, and I am too very much so looking forward to match 2 here tomorrow.
Bye.